Nebraska gets it done in the Pinstripe Bowl against Boston College, 20-15. The Huskers' first bowl game victory in 9 years, first winning season in 8 years. So I'm going to go over my instant reaction, everything that happened in this ball game, and our outlook going into the offseason. So really quick, the offseason is just beginning. So listen, if you want daily Nebraska football content from now until next August and you're new here, hit that subscribe button and let's hit 10,000 subscribers by New Year's. Hit that subscribe button for daily Husker football content. But without further ado, let's get into it. Going over this game, Nebraska gets it done versus Boston College, and an interesting matchup to say the least. Of course, very bad conditions. The turf was awful. You're playing in a baseball stadium against a random opponent you've never played before. Very few fans in the stands. And again, it was a very odd football game. Of course, we had a couple special teams miscues. Ed Foley, once again, horrendous with one blocked PAT, one blocked punt, but there was a lot of good things to come from this game. Let's start talking about this defense. The defensive line played very, very well. I thought that Ty Robinson, his last ever game of his career, really went out with the bang. Nash, of course, got to the quarterback a couple times. Some of these younger players, Vincent Shavers had this hard-hitting sack where he just absolutely pounded Grayson James of Boston College. So I thought the defensive line was really good for Nebraska. I thought the linebacker core played well. They really only gave up one touchdown. The defense itself only gave up one touchdown. The other points were due to the special teams. So, I thought defensive line played well. Linebacker core played well. The secondary had a couple issues. We'll get to that. Sear Wright had a decent game. We had a couple drop picks here and there. But overall, John Butler, it was his debut as our new defensive coordinator. Good performance from him, looking good for the future, but I was excited that John Butler really had a really good game plan, only gave 15 points. Talking about this offense for Nebraska, Dylan Raiola had a really, really solid ball game. Looking at his official stats, threw for about 225 yards, one touchdown. Had kind of a bad interception to start off this ball game, but again, really decent performance from Dylan. Running back core, EJ had a slow start with that fumble. Really good after that. A nice long run. Almost got into the end zone. Rahmir Johnson, last ever game, played well. You know who played well, who's not going to get enough love? Jamal Banks. Man, he made big play after big play. Had that one-handed catch to get things going. So I was very impressed with Jamal Banks. But overall, man, I thought the offense played well. Again, it was a sluggish game, wasn't high scoring. Nebraska pretty much dominated. I know it's a close game, 20-15. Nebraska dominated from the very beginning. There was never a point in this ball game where I thought Nebraska was going to lose. I want to shout out to the seniors real quick. The seniors, I thought, in general, all of them played well. Of course, Ty, we mentioned him. Nash had a good game. John Bullock had a good game. Isaac Gifford actually played very well. Had that fake punt catch for the first down. That was pretty massive. So I was impressed by the seniors. Dylan Rhule right now on my television screen celebrating. Hey, shout out to Dylan Rhule because Dylan had that zone read where he got it for the first down, and he was John at the defender a little bit. I'd like to see that emotion from Dylan, but he's ready to go. He's excited for next season. This team deserves this. This team deserves a bowl victory for the first time in a while. This is going to be the first of many. Never again are we going to celebrate going to a bowl game because this is going to be the norm going forward. But shout out to the seniors. And one thing I want to mention before I hop on my live stream, again, if you're watching right after the game, go to my live stream. We're chopping it up right now talking about the game. Shout out to the young guys who played because there was a lot of young guys who got their first reps. Quinn Knives' first ever touchdown in his career. A lot of young defensive players. Willis McGahee, I predicted him to have a good game. He did. Keona Davis played a lot. A couple other defensive linemen. Donovan Jones, a walk-on freshman, started, I believe, at DB. Jalen Lloyd was starting at wide receiver. Didn't really get as many catches as I assumed he would, but again, he still played well. Caleb Benning got a nice tackle. So a lot of young players got in the ball game. Again, it's going to be huge for the future of this program next year because we have a really good young core. But anyways, really, really solid game. I mean, nothing crazy to write home about. Obviously, weird conditions, but it was good to get this victory. Good to have a winning season. Now we have a long off season, guys. From now, we will not watch Nebraska football until, the last day of August in 2025, so it's going to be a long while. But you know where to go for daily Nebraska football content all offseason long. Wilson Didman on this channel, so make sure to subscribe. All right, guys, I absolutely want to hear what you guys have to say, so let me know in the comment section your thoughts about this game. Again, if you were just watching, go to my live stream. We're chopping up right now talking about the game, so make sure to be here. Again, let me know your thoughts down below. As always, folks, go Big Red, go Met Rhule. See you in the next one.